Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. I'm Alexandra Carter. Former senior advisor to President Biden, Mitch Landrieu, visiting La Crosse today to highlight federally funded local infrastructure projects. Landrieu and La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds toured the MTU facility to learn more about the benefits electric buses have had on our community. The electric buses are a recent addition to the city, which was the first municipal system in the state of Wisconsin to put an electric bus on the road. Landrieu says the improvements made to the MTU facility to accommodate the electric buses is a great example of taxpayer money going back into local communities. If you happen to notice a lot of emergency vehicles going in and out of La Crosse Central High School tomorrow morning, there's no need to be alarmed. The school is hosting a disaster drill training session tomorrow morning starting at 8:30. Officials from the school, Gunderson Health System, and the La Crosse Police and Fire Departments all taking part in the training session. Officials say it'll teach them skills that they need on what to do if a similar situation were to happen in real life. So just a reminder, if you see those emergency vehicles at La Crosse Central High School tomorrow, no need to notify emergency services because it is just a drill.
Hey, good Wednesday afternoon to you. Boy, it has been a cold week and a half. Now, we started the month of March well above average, including those 70-degree readings on the 11th, 12th, and 13th. But the last week and a half, every day has been below average except for last Tuesday with that high of 56. So 9 of the last 10 days, and today, yeah, we're going to make it 10 of 11 below average. Now, we're starting to see more and more blue sky and sunshine. We'll call it mostly to partly cloudy this afternoon, but it is breezy and it is cold. Even a few flurries in spots being squeezed out of some of those clouds, but those are starting to dissipate and shift east, and they're not amounting to anything anyway. Otherwise, some thicker cloud cover over northeastern parts of the state. Current temperatures 30 degrees in La Crosse and Sparta, 23 in Eau Claire, 28 in Winona, 33 in Prairie du Chien, but wind chills make it feel like 19 degrees in La Crosse, 16 in Viroqua, 10 in Eau Claire, and 10 in Preston as well. So mostly to partly cloudy, unseasonably cold. Highs only around 35, or average high is 51. And again, those blustery west winds making it feel even colder than that. I'll have the rest of my 8-day forecast that's coming up in just a few minutes.
We will see you then, Bill. Thank you. The search and rescue mission for the 6 construction workers who were on the Francis Scott Key Bridge when it collapsed yesterday is now a recovery mission. This as investigators try to piece together exactly what caused that ship to crash into the bridge, bringing it down. Natalie Brand reports from Baltimore.
A day after a cargo ship hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, the recovery effort resumed for the 6 construction workers on the bridge at the time of the collapse, including Miguel Luna, a father of 3.
These were fathers, and these were sons, and these were husbands.
FBI divers say the effort is very dangerous.
It's not a great spot for divers. It's incredibly black water.
Federal investigators have recovered the voyage data recorder from the ship.
It will provide us with a number of parameters, everything from location to positioning of the ship to speed.
Shortly before impact early Tuesday, the cargo ship Dolly completely lost power and control of its only engine. While the emergency generator kicked on, the engine appeared to remain offline.
The NTSB tells CBS News the agency is looking at all possible causes as its investigation gets underway, including whether contaminated fuel may have caused the ship to lose power.
We've heard the reports. That's way too early for us.
Baltimore's Key Bridge is the gateway to the city's port, which generates more than $3 billion of annual business. It's the nation's busiest port for cars, trucks, and sugar, and directly employs more than 15,000 people.
It is going to lead to a lot of complications for our supply chain.
There's capacity at other ports on the East Coast to pick up the load.
The Biden administration says it wants the federal government to pay the entire cost to rebuild. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Baltimore.
The Biden administration would need Congress's help to get the federal government to pay for the rebuild. The port is estimated to lose about $9 million in business each day while it's not functioning at maximum capacity. Tensions rising between the U.S. and Israel over the plight of civilians in Gaza. The Israeli defense minister taking that message home after visiting Washington this week. A U.S. official says his agenda included a meeting with the CIA director Bill Burns last night. Burns is leading the U.S. push for a pause in fighting. Today, another sign of the rift is that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's top advisors are not in Washington as originally planned.
We wanted to have that meeting with Israel to present to them an alternative way to accomplish their legitimate security goals.
Netanyahu says he canceled because the U.S. abstained from a UN ceasefire resolution vote instead of vetoing it. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the U.S. only abstained from the UN vote because the resolution failed to condemn Hamas. But now the U.S. is going further and backing that resolution. An attorney for Sean Diddy Combs is speaking out following the federal raids on two of the musician's homes this week. In a statement, Combs' attorney said there was, quote, no excuse for the large show of force by agents and law enforcement agencies at the home. The attorney claims Combs' children and employees were not treated well and that there was hostility in serving the search warrants. The statement notes there were no arrests and there are no travel restrictions on Combs or his family. Combs' attorney said his client is innocent and will work to clear his name. There's a courtroom showdown over the future of Hunter Biden's felony tax indictment. The president's son trying to get all or some of the 9 charges against him dismissed at a hearing in Los Angeles. Prosecutors say he failed to file his taxes on time, missed deadlines to pay his IRS debts, and engaged in a criminal tax evasion scheme over several years. Biden's lawyers argue prosecutors caved to outside pressure from Republicans to target him because of his father. He has pleaded not guilty. Separately, Hunter Biden is facing charges in Delaware in connection with 3 alleged gun crimes, which he denies. NBC News cutting ties with former Republican National Committee Chair Ronna McDaniel just 80 hours after announcing she'd been hired as a paid contributor. NBC Universal News Group boss Cesar Conde announcing he reversed his decision to add her to their team in a memo to staff. He says that decision came after listening to what he called the legitimate concerns of many of them and apologized to team members who felt they were let down. Before the hiring was reversed, the network's most high-profile stars criticized the decision to hire McDaniel on air. In his note, Conde said he takes full responsibility for the hire. There were more losses on Wall Street after the S&P 500 set a record last week. The Dow dropped 31 points, the S&P slipped 14, and the Nasdaq fell 68. We'll have a look at the latest business news headlines in just a few minutes.
During the spring savings event, save up to $800 on the Beautyrest Black Collection. It's for a limited time, so shop for the best selection only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Wow. This new Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear is so soft and so smooth. I'm starting to get tearied away. Ah, thank you, Mr. Smooth Bear.
Designed with smooth tear edges, new Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy perforations that tear so much better for a smooth, more enjoyable go.
Mom, you okay in there? I'm terrific.
Enjoy the go with Charmin.
We forge steel bars that hold up bridges, propel ships, and send rockets into space. But for years, China's been lowballing their prices, so it's been tough to compete.
We can't let China steal Wisconsin jobs, so I wrote a law to require American infrastructure projects use American iron and steel.
Tammy Baldwin got President Trump to sign her Made in America bill. And then she got President Biden to make it permanent.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Tammy Baldwin has our back.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
After an accident, you have an important opportunity to go after all the money you may be entitled to.
When it comes to motorcycle representation for accidents, only one firm comes to mind, Hupy and Abraham.
They're very well known for handling motorcycle cases. We knew that we could trust them. They got me way more than I thought I would get.
Bikers choose Hupy and Abraham because of the reputation of getting the best results of any other law firm.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
During the spring savings event, save up to $800 on the Beautyrest Black Collection. It's for a limited time, so shop for the best selection only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Welcome back. Shipping traffic is at a standstill in and out of the Port of Baltimore after that ship rammed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge yesterday, partially collapsing the span. It's one of the largest ports on the East Coast, processing more than 1 million crates a day. An extensive delay could impact the global supply chain. More than 1 million trucks also cross the bridge every year. Former President Donald Trump's social media company did well in its first day of trading on the NASDAQ, with shares rising around 16%. The company now has a market value of almost $8 billion. Trump owns a nearly 60% stake. Just in time for Easter and Passover, egg prices are at near record highs in many parts of the world. The causes include avian flu, higher feed costs for farmers, and growing demand. The average price of a dozen eggs last month in the U.S. was about $3. In February 2021, the price was around $1.60. Quite an increase there. If you're eating lunch right now, you might want to hold the salt. A new study shows a large number of Americans are consuming too much sodium, putting them at risk for heart disease. More on the salty situation just ahead.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Just one kiss.
With Reynolds Wrap, cooking becomes so easy, you can feel like the chef of your kitchen. Easy prep, easy cook, easy clean. Reynolds Wrap.
Toma Health Warrens Clinic provides convenient care for minor illnesses and injuries.
We offer same-day and next-day appointments, mostly for urgent care, non-life-threatening conditions, things like colds, coughs, urine infections, sore throat, ear infections. The staff are completely awesome. We are a small group, and so we're very much a family, and we hope that when people come, they feel that same environment as well. Toma Health Warrens Clinic offers convenient quality care when you need it most.
I love that my daughter still needs me, but sometimes I can't help due to burning and stabbing pain in my hands. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinical dose of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 14 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
This November will be a turning point for La Crosse schools as a consolidation referendum hits the ballots. Thursday at 6, a closer look at the plan and what happens if it passes, or what's at stake if voters reject it. Thursday at 6.
This is you, one place to the next. One more thing to check off the list. But stopping for 30 minutes? Well, that's just not an option. So that's why there's this, the News 8000 app. All your local news, plus a little bit beyond. So take a break when you want to.
In your medical news, Americans from low-income backgrounds are eating too much salt, and it's leading to serious health problems. Those are the findings of a study published in JAMA Network Open, showing nearly 80% of black and white low-income Americans are consuming sodium levels above the recommended daily amount, which is linked to cardiovascular disease deaths. Are you having trouble sleeping? Maybe you're not exercising enough. A 10-year study published in BMJ Open found consistently exercising just 2 to 3 times a week lowers your risk of insomnia. Regular exercise can also improve the quality of your sleep and help you get the recommended 6 to 9 hours your body needs every night. The FDA, meanwhile, approving a drug that may help stop and even reverse a rare fatal blood vessel condition doctors call a ticking time bomb. Pulmonary arterial hypertension, also known as PAH, is diagnosed in less than 1,000 Americans every year. The condition causes blood vessels to thicken, making the heart work harder to get blood to the lungs. Without treatment, people with PAH usually only live 2 to 3 years after being diagnosed. But the new medication, called sotatercept, offers new hope. The drug helps keep the patient's blood vessels from thickening, improving blood flow. And breastfeeding a baby for at least 3 months can reduce the risks of certain types of childhood cancers. A Danish study finds babies who are breastfed for 3 months or longer have lower rates of leukemia. Similar decreases were noted for neuroblastoma as well. Those were some of the stories leading today's health news. Here is a live look now at CityCam 8. Bill is up next with a look at our forecast.
Does your roof look great from the ground, but yet it's still leaking? We see roofs every day that look great, but the important details weren't done correctly. With the average cost of a replacement roof being north of $25,000, that might not be what you need. Let one of our specialists give you a free 16-point inspection and let you know exactly what's really wrong with your roof and show you how we can restore it, saving you thousands. Remember, when you think roofing, think Larson, Wisconsin's best roofing experience.
News 8 Now presents Center Stage, powered by Maury's. Now, what we want to talk to everybody about is the Center Stage program.
Maury's is proud to partner up and really support nonprofits in our community.
A lot of these places don't have a budget to advertise with. So Maury's stepped out and said, we're going to donate this time and we're going to let the community know.
We have 7 great stores that are participating, which is all in the Cooley region. So there's a lot of opportunity to help these nonprofits.
And we'll see you on the next Center Stage, brought to you by Maury's.
So that no matter what mess you brought into this church today, no matter what addiction and what struggle, no matter how many times you've doubted God or questioned God, that because of Jesus Christ, God's not holding it over your head. Instead, there is this amazing grace, there is this unconditional love that you and I can say, God doesn't just put up with us. God loves us.
Join Pastor Mike Novotny each Sunday. Watch Time of Grace on Channel 8, WKBT.
It's time for more fun moments at Fanati's.
Okay, 2 Easter baskets, chocolate Easter bunnies, a dozen cream-filled eggs, jelly bellies, and gummy kebabs.
Excellent. It looks like you guys are in for a fun Easter.
Now I just have to make sure nobody sneaks any before we celebrate it.
Too true. Hi, Adam.
Hi, Lori. I need to get a few things, but don't tell Amanda I was here.
You didn't.
No. I just need a few more things.
Brought to you locally by Fanati's Nut and Chocolate Shop in downtown La Crosse.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
Welcome back and a good Wednesday to you. We've been talking about how much moisture we were going to see from this storm system Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Check this list out. These are rainfall totals, and melted down snowfall is included in this as well. So look at these numbers. 2.32 inches up in the Twin Cities at the airport there, 2.20 in Eau Claire, over 2 inches in Rochester as well, 1.39 in Winona, 1.13 inches out of the La Crosse airport, and just over an inch in Madison. So most spots in the region anywhere from 1 to 2.5 inches of liquid, even a few isolated spots approaching 3 inches. So that's going to put a significant dent in the drought conditions across the region. Now, we've had mostly cloudy skies for much of the day, even a few flurries being squeezed out of some of these clouds, but more and more blue sky and sunshine starting to appear over downtown La Crosse. But boy, it's a chilly day, isn't it? If you've been out and about, you already know that. 30 the high so far, 25 the low. We should be around 51 for a high. We're not going to get close to that. Look at the record high, 78. Remember March of 2012? If my memory serves me correct, I think we set 9 record highs during the month of March in 2012. That was an incredibly warm month. 30 degrees right now with a mostly cloudy sky. Feels like 19 though, with westerly winds 16 gusting to 24. The Mississippi is holding steady but it will start a gradual rise as some of that moisture starts to make its way down the main channel. A few flurries in the Eau Claire area with a mostly cloudy sky. Blustery winds there as well, making it feel like 10 degrees, and the Chippewa River responding to the recent moisture as well. So rather cold air is filtered southward into the upper northern plains and upper Midwest, with temperatures in the upper 20s to around 30, only 23 though in Eau Claire, 32 in Prairie du Chien. Blustery west winds sustained at 10 to 20, gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour. And that's causing wind chills, again, 9 in Ladysmith, 10 in Eau Claire, 19 in Sparta, feels like 16 in Viroqua, and 12 in Preston. Wind chills throughout the afternoon will remain in the low to mid-20s and then drop into the teens again tonight. A few clouds, as you saw, passing through, thickest to the north and east. And again, don't be shocked if a few flurries are squeezed out of those clouds as that system continues to pull away from the area to the northeast, but leaving blustery and chilly conditions behind. So a mix of clouds and sun this afternoon, partly cloudy tonight, another cold night, and then tomorrow a mostly sunny sky and a little bit warmer with highs back in the 40s. And then heading into Friday, those clouds start to increase, and eventually some of that precip to the west will make its way into the area Friday night. Temperatures this afternoon, though, on the cold side, mid-30s in La Crosse, mid to upper 30s far south, and even colder to the north, upper 20s to around 30 from Mondovi over towards Osseo, and only upper 20s in Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. 35 this afternoon, breezy and cold, so wind chills in the 20s. 19 tonight, not quite as breezy, but still wind chills in the single digits and teens for some. 43 tomorrow, mid-50s on Friday. That chance of rain showers Friday night. Small chance for a shower Easter Sunday. Better chance of rain, maybe a mix on Monday, 44. And then some warming later next week. Mid-50s on Wednesday, maybe 60-plus degrees on Thursday. But most of the next 8 days after today, we'll see highs in the 40s and 50s. Alexandra?
Right. Okay, Bill, thank you. A simple task like brushing your teeth can be a major struggle for those with shaky hands, like people living with Parkinson's. But some creative Kentucky students have designed a toothbrush that could make a big difference. Stay tuned for that story after the break.
During Markdown Madness at Dahl Auto, choose from over 1,300 vehicles with special sales event pricing. Then make no payments until June, plus get $250 in accessories. Make a fast break to Dahl Auto.
Want to know a secret? More than just my armpits stink. That's why I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant everywhere.
4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend Whole Body Deodorant, which gives you 72-hour odor protection from your pits to your
Secret Whole Body Deodorant.
Want to know how I get this glow?
I get ready with new Olay Indulgent Moisture Body Wash. It smells amazing and gives my skin over-the-top moisture. From dull to visibly glowing in 14 days.
Major noise.
See the difference with Olay.
Has your pet been diagnosed with a cruciate ligament injury or torn ACL? Forget the inconvenience of travel and expense to a university. Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics in Holmen specializes in knee reconstruction using the TPLO. This is a gold standard that's been used by veterinarians for over 40 years and provides the strongest fixation in ACL repair. Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics today.
Have your own 5-star experience at Dahl Auto.
The 8000 Plus app. Stream on your time. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Brushing your teeth is an everyday activity that should be easy enough to do. But for people living with Parkinson's disease, it can be a big challenge. 4 students from Kentucky are trying to help. They've designed a new toothbrush to help people with unsteady hands. And for one of the students, it's personal.
I have a lot of unsteadiness with my hands, so sometimes just simple things like missing my mouth when I'm eating or something like with a fork, or hitting my gums when I'm brushing my teeth.
Farkas imagined a toothbrush holder with a handle strap. With help from residents at a nursing home, she and other students developed a prototype that the residents are testing. So far, they've received glowing reviews. The students aren't sure what's next for their project, but the people at Magnolia Springs Nursing Home hope it can help people outside of their community, too. Stay with us. We have a final check of your forecast when we come back.
Get tax relief savings right now at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale. And when you spend $9.99, you'll get an extra 7% tax relief discount. Plus, get interest-free financing. Hurry, 7% tax relief savings ends Thursday, now at Home Furniture.
Hello, I'm Miles Wilkins, owner of the Board Store, and I've had the privilege of serving homeowners from this location for over 34 years. If you're interested in a locally owned company, we are. If you're interested in a veteran-owned company, we are. If you're interested in a licensed contractor, we have been for over 30 years. Above all, if you're interested in the absolute best value for your home improvement dollar, the Early Bird Home Show is your opportunity. Call or visit us soon.
When you're injured in an accident, one mistake could cost you a lot of money.
Nobody knows bikers and the law like Hupy and Abraham.
They know how to get you all the money that you deserve.
It costs nothing for you to contact Hupy and Abraham, and they will never take a fee unless they win your case.
They got me way more than I thought I would get. Hupy and Abraham mean business.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Get tax relief savings now at Home Seasonal Concepts. When you spend $9.99 on porch and patio, you'll get an extra 7% tax relief discount. Plus, get a free fabric upgrade on Homecrest and Tropitone. 7% tax relief savings now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Download the News 8000 app today.
Again, a look at those current wind chills, primarily in the teens for most, so it's going to be a blustery afternoon. Air temperatures topping out in the mid-30s in La Crosse, right around 35, well short of average. A little warmer tomorrow, but still cool, 43. Back in the mid-50s on Friday. Chance of rain showers by Friday night. Small chance for shower on Easter Sunday, 49. A little bit better chance for some rain, maybe a mix on Monday, a high of 44.
All right, that 61 sure looks good. Thank you, Bill, and thank you for joining us. We will see you back here tonight. Have a great day.